Okay, we're here with Rick St. Onge. Rick's wife Kate is running the race today. She's running a strong race. But we want to talk to some of the handlers behind the scenes. The stage race is one that would be almost impossible to do efficiently without handlers. Not like other races where you can roll up yourself to the starting line. This race requires a lot of driving between stages, and some stages actually end in different places, so the handlers are really important. And the handlers are allowed to help the musher take care of the dogs in the evenings, as opposed to some long distance racing. But Rick, tell me a little bit about handling on this race and what it involves.
Well, as you just said, this is really, it's a team race in every way. The dogs, the musher, the handlers, and the trucks. It's a test of trucks as well as
yes, we've already seen that.
You've already seen 2 breakdowns, and that's common. You know, the handlers in the musher work together. Kate and myself, obviously married, we're really co-managers of our own small racing kennel, and you know, smaller races we'll both race, but this race is unique. It's unique in all the world of racing. Not only is it day after day for 8 days, really 10 days altogether, but the truth is a lot of the stages are point to point, so somebody has to drive the truck from the start trailhead to the finish trailhead. Today we're at a loop route, so the truck stays here, but it's a race also where you're carrying spare dogs. You're allowed 16 dogs in your dog pool. You've got up to 12 dogs you can run on a given day, and everybody strategizes somewhere between 8 and 12 dogs on a given day. So you have dogs on the truck that need care. They're the ones who are resting up from yesterday's run or the last 3 days' runs, and they're getting ready to be groomed for the later runs. So once the teams are on the trail, the handlers are busy. They're busy massaging dogs, feeding dogs, checking feet, doing things that have to be done, doctoring their dogs.
When they come back in the evening after the run, what do you do? Are you mainly massaging with algae valve type type liniment and wraps and that sort of thing?
Every dog gets personal care. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. The first thing we do when we get them back here is just reward them with some affection and treats. Then the next thing they do is they get rehydration. Yeah, that's very important. They get a fortified rehydration fluid that we give them, a special mixture. And then when they calm down and cool down and had that, then we do massages and check their feet, and usually give them another little snack. And then they're in the dog boxes, in the straw, getting warm. And driving is routine to the next checkpoint.
So does the handler get the responsibility of driving also?
Yeah, the handler is almost exclusively the driver.
You got to pamper the musher and give her enough sleep as possible.
That's right. Yeah, she could just crash in the back seat, and you know, so it's a drive of anywhere between an hour to 3 hours to the next trailhead, or at least the next town where you'll be assembling. This race puts a lot of work on everybody. When you get to the next town, there's a banquet, there's a mushers meeting, there's again more dog care and feeding, and then you're either staying in a host home, you meet the people and you go out to stay with them. This is one of the traditions at the stage stop, or you're in a motel if you haven't been assigned a host. And then it's the next morning, routinely up around 5:30, out there trying to start your truck. Put your dogs down and dropped, and you know, out of their boxes, get them fed and watered, and then you find breakfast if you can find any place that's open at that time of the morning, often not, and then you're driving to the trailhead for the race start, and sometimes that's around the corner, and sometimes it's into the mountains.
45 minutes, like today.
Minutes, like today, yeah. And then the routine starts all over again.
So who has the harder job, the musher or the handler?
You know, I hate to say it. I think the musher's job is the musher's the driver, the musher's, you know, the key person, there's no doubt about it, but the musher has the easiest job. The musher gets on the trail and gets to run those dogs. That's what we all want to do.
Right, you know, exactly.
I can tell you in all honesty, I'd much rather be on the trail than you know, here. But we trade it off. Kate and I have an arrangement where she gets the best dogs and gets to pick the best races, but we both run them at other times.
Yeah, well, that's great. Seems to work for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, thanks a lot for the time. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.